Welcome to the Canadian Bowler Bowls Premier League Viewer Guide. For those wondering what the BPL is, how it's run, we just want to offer you some information to get you ready for the event and hopefully get you excited to see some bowls in 2021. The event will be live from the Moama Bowling Club in New South Wales. It'll be running February 23rd to 26th. And remember guys, that's Australian dates. Day sessions will be at 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, streamed via the Bowls Australia Facebook page. Night sessions will start at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and those will be broadcast live on Fox Sports, KO Sports, and Sky Sports New Zealand. Remember guys, those are oceanic channels.
For anyone who's never watched the BPL before, there's different rules than a typical game of lawn bowls. Each of the 8 BPL teams will play each other twice over the 14 rounds. At the end of the 14 qualifying rounds, the top 4 teams will play off in Friday night's final series. The top 4 teams are decided by points. If the teams are equal on points, they'll be split on net total shots. Each match consists of 2 5-end sets, with a 1-end tiebreaker played if required. The game format is pairs, with 3 bowls for each player per end. BPL matches take just over 1 hour from start to finish, and deciding the winner is simple. The team that wins both sets, or one set and then the tiebreaker, is the winner. Instead of spending time rolling the jack, as per normal competitions, BPL players place the mat and advise the marker the length of jack they would like to play. To keep games progressing, players will have 30 seconds to deliver their bowls from the time the jack is placed at the start of the end, or once their opposition's bowl has come to rest, ensuring the next suspenseful result is only moments away. BPL teams will also be able to nominate 1 power play per set, enabling teams to earn double the shots scored in that end. Some days, players just aren't on the top of their game. Maybe it's only for a few ends, maybe it's for the whole match. In order to get the best players the sport has to offer out on the green, team coach can replace a player with a substitute during the game, but only immediately preceding the delivery of a bowl by their team player. If a tiebreak is required to decide the winner, all players on both teams will take to the green, with the format changing to 2 bowl triples for that end.
The Adelaide Pioneers, from the Adelaide Bowling Club. This team was formed in time for BPL 10 and has played in 2 events so far, with 2 fifth-place finishes, looking for their first run into the finals at BPL 12. Each player on this team has reached the top in their careers and they're looking to smash through in 2020 with a major BPL victory. The Pioneers will be coached by Les Carter. The players on this team consist of Wayne Rudiger from the Grange Bowls Club in South Australia. His most recent accomplishment was in 2019, where he won the silver in the Australian Open in the pairs division. Scott Thulborn from the Adelaide Bowls Club in South Australia. His most recent accomplishment was a gold medal at the World Champions of Champions in 2016. Rebecca Van Ash from the Invermay Bowls Club in Tasmania. Her most recent accomplishment was a gold in the fours division at the 2019 Australian Open.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
The Brisbane Pirates, from Club Pine Rivers. The Brisbane Pirates have been a long-standing team in the BPL and have played in every event since its inception as the APL, the Australian Premier League. This event seems a complete roster change due to issues around COVID-19 and the travel restrictions therein. The old team of Alex Marshall, Michael Breen, and Kelsey Cottrell will be replaced by 3 new players. Coach, Michael Breen, the former player. Players, Jeremy Henry from Warilla Bowls Club in New South Wales. Jeremy is a 6-time Indoor World Cup singles champion. Kira Bork from the Tweed Heads Bowls Club in New South Wales. At just age 18, she is the 2020 Australian Under-18 Female Bowler of the Year. Aaron Houston from Club Pine Rivers in Queensland. He's a 9-time Pine Rivers champion, winner in all disciplines.
The Melbourne Pulse from Dandenong Club. Being one of the newer clubs in the BPL, the Pulse have placed 3rd and 6th in the last 2 BPL events, respectively. The backing club Dandenong is also coming off a major win in the UBC, taking the first event with 2 of the 3 players currently on this BPL squad. Only 1 player has been switched out, so the core of this team is mostly intact. The Melbourne Pulse are coached by Mark Casey. Playing for the Melbourne Pulse is Gary Kelly from the Warilla Bulls Club, New South Wales. He won silver in the 2019 Multi-Nations event. Barry Lester from the Tweed Heads Bulls Club. He won silver in triples and fours at the 2018 Commonwealth Games. Ellen Ryan. She's a 3-time Australian Open champion in singles, pairs, and fours.
The Melbourne Roys from the Fitzroy Victoria Bowling and Sports Club. Another team that has played in the BPL since the event's inception. They have had many successful events, but always coming up just short on claiming that title. Nearly taking it in BPL 11, coming in second, they look to rebound and finally crack that top spot. An extremely talented roster from top to bottom, the Roys will be one of the favorites heading into BPL 12. Coached by Ian Ewing. Players playing for the Roys: Aaron Wilson from the Cabramatta Bulls Club in New South Wales, the 2018 Commonwealth Games gold in singles. Matthew Flapper from Ocean Grove Bulls Club in Victoria, the multi-time Trans-Tasman Test Series winner. Carla Krasanik, Sudbury Bulls Club in Victoria. She's a dual World Championship gold medalist.
The Murray Steamers from the Moama Bowling Club. The current reigning champions from BPL 11, the Murray Steamers keep the core members of their team together. With the exit of Joe Edwards, they bring on another rising talent from New Zealand in Caitlin Inch. The Steamers are coached by Kevin Anderson. Players: Ryan Bester from the Broadbeach Bowls Club in Queensland. He's a 2-time silver medalist in the Commonwealth Games. Caitlin Inch from the Broadbeach Bowls Club. 2016 World Bowls bronze in fours. Michael Walker from the Moama Bowls Club. He's a 2-time BPL champion with the Murray Steamers.
The Perth Suns from Bowls, Western Australia. The Perth Suns are another team that have taken a few hits because of the pandemic looming. 2 players have been switched out from their roster from the previous BPL event. The new additions are top-tier players in their own right, and this can be a sneaky good team if they can find the team chemistry. The Perth Suns are coached by Josh Thornton. The players are Lee Schreiner from the Bendigo East Bowls Club, Victoria. He's a 2-time Australian Men's Champion of Champions. Genevieve Delvez from Raymond Terrace Bowls Club, New South Wales. She's the 2019-2020 Female Bowler of the Year for Australia. Ray Pierce from the Cabramatta Bowls Club. Ray won the 2019 Asia Pacific Silver in pairs.
Sydney Lyons from Club Mount Lewis, the most successful franchise in the BPL and the only team to three-peat from BPL 04 to BPL 06, returns with another stacked lineup of players. They are made up of one of the most intimidating lineups in the BPL. Lots of experience, lots of titles, and plenty of BPL wins to give them that experience. On paper, they have to be one of the favorite teams going into BPL 12. Coached by legendary Australian coach Steve Glasson. Players: Aaron Sheriff, Club Helensville in Queensland. He won the 2019 Australian Open Gold in singles and pairs. Ben Twist, St. John's Park Bowls Club, New South Wales. He's a two-time BPL winner. Karen Murphy, Cabramatta Bowls Club in New South Wales. 2021 member of the Order of Australia recipient.
Tweed Head Ospreys from Tweed Head Bowls Club. Coming out of the gates early in their first run at BPL 10 and winning the event was a great story, but they were unable to repeat that success at BPL 11, finishing 8th. Tweed Heads is one of the youngest rosters in the entire event. Coming into BPL 12, they're trying to prove that age is only a number, and these three talented young players are trying to go for a title. They are coached by Wayne Turley. The players are Corey Wedlock from the Warilla Bowls Club, New South Wales. He was the 2019-2020 International Bowler of the Year in Australia. Aaron Tees, two-time BPL winner. Chloe Stewart, 2019 Multi-Nations Gold in fours and a two-time Australian Open winner in fours.
Thank you for checking out the Canadian Bowler Viewer Guide to the BPL 12. As always, make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, check us out on Twitter, and every single one of our socials. And as always, may all your bowls be touchers.